And actually, one of my favorite songs from Deftones was Change, And I mean, it's a really important song to me because I grew up with that song and all that stuff. And a couple months ago, when Warner Record contacted me to work on that Change remix music video, I was literally losing my because it was like, yo, this is impossible. I can't believe that was happening.
Welcome back to the Living Banter Podcast. Today, on the 49th episode, we are talking to a man who has worked with artists such as Deftones, Neck Deep, Paris, and Trippie Red on their music videos. The owner and a director at the production company Yellow, Lorenzo Diego Carrera. How are you doing? I hope I said your name right.
Yeah, you say my name. Actually, everyone messed it up, but you're the first one to say it right.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank goodness. All right, so
I'm really good. I wake up like a couple hours ago. I'm in California. Here is like 10 a.m. It's pretty hot to be like January. I'm literally yesterday I was like going crazy. It was super hot. Like lately I don't know what's happening, but I mean the weather is going crazy.
Weather be like that, yeah.
Yeah, in Cape Town it's also summertime. It's really hot.
Yeah, but for us it's normal. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we used it.
So I'm gonna start off like straight away with the first question. So now I'm a big Neck Deep fan. That's kind of how we found you.
Cool.
So my first question is, how is it working on Low Life, their music video for that?
Was pretty cool, especially because I mean, actually, that happened at literally a year ago. Because like right away after Christmas, we received an email from their record label to work on that video, and we flew to England. So we went to England for a couple weeks. We met the band. We brainstormed with them. They are really nice guys, and they're super easy to work with. So we met, we discussed something, and we basically shot the day after in those really cool location. We found this
awesome.
Was like this really old theater where we shot the playback, the performance part, and it was really cool, especially because I mean it was my first music video in England, and
cool.
I kind of consider it my first international music video because I mean I worked eight years in Italy and I moved to United States, and when I moved here to United States I did the big jump because I started to shoot music video for record label. So that music video was actually the first one outside of the US, and it was really cool.
Wow.
Yeah. And another question I have kind of linked to that is I know Ben Barlows, the lead singer, is very like hypercritical about his lyrics. Did he have a lot of input in the video, or was it kind of like more?
Yeah, actually, I mean, the basic idea that they gave us in the beginning was like that the concept that they wanted was some sort of Alice in Wonderland. So like modern, like nowadays. So that's why we came out with that concept. But it was really easy to work with them, especially because I mean the video came out like literally how they wanted. So I mean in post production they didn't ask many edits.
That's incredible.
They were really good. I like them a lot.
Awesome. Yeah.
And to our audience out there who doesn't know the incredible, legendary Lorenzo, what is your occupation currently, and what have you been up to? Just to give some context to the audience out there.
Yeah. So I'm a music video director, and I'm based in Los Angeles. I come from Italy. I own this company called Yellow, and I mostly direct music video, but I do many things. I direct the photography, edit, color correction, do some VFX. It's just depend by the project.
Love that.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah. So bouncing off of the like your first music video in the UK. So after like looking at a lot of your stuff with Paris, I thought, some people who I think you'd probably be quite interested to work with is Bring Me the Horizon. Obviously, when they're
cool.
when they released like new music, because I know they're doing like some EP type cycle thing. But what are your thoughts on that? And is there anyone you're keen to work with or someone you have planned in the pipeline? I know it's COVID times, but can you give us a lowdown on stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, actually, I mean, when I was a kid, I was a big fan of Bring Me the Horizon, especially when they were
Mm.
playing like
Oh yeah,
deathcore, like really heavy.
come on,
Yeah, count
love
your
it.
blessings days. Hell yeah, let's go.
Exactly, you got it. But I mean, it would be, I mean, amazing to work for them, especially because I mean, I feel that the style, our style, is really similar. So
Mm,
probably that happen in the future. One of my
Mm.
biggest dream, actually, I mean, working with Deftones was one of my biggest dream, and it's so funny
Yeah.
because that happened at so random. But my biggest dream, like, I don't think will ever be possible. I mean, it's not possible, but
never
my
say
biggest dream
never.
was like to work with Linkin Park.
Oh, dude.
Wow.
Oh my
Yeah.
Yeah.
word. No, I actually have a really like interesting Linkin Park story. So like
Oh,
when
tell
I
me.
got into, so this is
Love
actually
them.
kind of sad. So I was since I started like getting into more like I would say modern rock type music because I was very much
Yeah.
into AC/DC and that, and I started getting into like more modern rock. So it started off with like Green Day and stuff like that, and I kind of branched off a little bit
Yeah.
into Linkin Park. And literally, I think it was a month or maybe 2 or so weeks before Chester passed, is when I really got
Oh,
into
Sure.
them. I actually went out and like bought the Hybrid Theory CD, the Live in Texas DVD.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
CD
Damn.
collector. So after like I bought that and I was like listening to it all the time, and then I heard he passed and I was devastated. I was like, what?
Damn,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
that's
know?
crazy. Yeah, I
Yeah.
Rest
listened
in
them
peace,
from
man.
2002. Like it's been
Yeah.
like almost 20
Mm,
years.
Yeah, jeepers.
yeah.
That's a long, long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Whew.
you've worked with incredible artists in the past, and I'm sure you're going to work with even better ones in the future. But who so far, when you look back, you're like, wow, I would have never thought that would happen. What would be the case for that?
Deftones for sure, like Deftones for sure. I mean, when I was a
Yeah.
kid, I was a big Deftones and Linkin Park, Slipknot, all that like new
Mm.
metalcore band.
Mm,
I was a really big fan of that type of music. And
Mm.
actually, one of my favorite songs from Deftones was Change, And
Mm.
I mean, it's a
ooh,
really important song to me because I grew up with that song and all
Mm.
that
yeah.
stuff. And a couple months ago, when Warner Record contacted me to work on that Change remix music video, I was literally losing my because I was like, yo, that's impossible. I can't
Yeah.
believe that is happening. And it's
Mm.
been so weird because working on that video, I mean, I received an hard drive, which actually I have right here.
Mm.
I
Ooh.
received this hard drive with
Damn.
all the raw footage, and I went
Yeah.
through the raw footage. So
Mm.
basically, they send me the footage that they transferred from film to
Oh,
digital. So
sweet.
I go
Oh,
through this
what?
10 hours of footage of Deftones playing music,
Crazy.
stuff that anyone's seen before, no? And I was
Dude.
literally crying because I mean, I'm a big
Yeah.
music fan. I mean,
Mm.
Yeah.
this is my passion. So imagine
Yeah.
like a
Love
kid that
that.
is like Deftones fans working on their music videos, like, yo,
Oh.
yeah, I was
Dream come
going
true.
crazy.
Dude, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Holy
Sure.
crap. So now I'm
Cheers.
also kind of a scene kid. So like obviously when I started looking into you guys, because I heard you were coming on, I'm like, okay, what has this guy done? And I saw Low Life was the first thing that popped up, then Paris.
Yeah.
But then what actually came up was this one, I think it's Up in Flames from Chaos.
Yeah.
And the thing that
Keizo.
yeah, Keizo. And one of the things is I saw Alex from All Time Low, like
Yeah.
going at it there. And I'm attaching a question to this as to how is it like working with live music videos, with actual actors and things like that, to working more with, 3D animation, VFX type things. How is that? Can you explain how
Yeah.
that's different?
It's really different. I mean, it's literally. I mean, 3D is a thing that I started a few years ago, like
Mm.
completely, like let's say like completely 3D music video. So just like everything
Mm.
is in 3D. I started just a couple of years ago, which I really like that kind of production, but at the same time, I'm more of a practical person. So I like to go out and shoot.
Mm.
I don't like
Oh, I
to
get you.
spend my I don't like to spend my day in front of the computer computer, but unfortunately, that's what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
What
we
you're doing
do.
in these times. Yeah.
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 But I mean, it's a completely different process, especially because when I do 3D music video, I usually work with a little team of 3D artists. I'm a 3D artist as well, but I like I told you, I don't like to stay on the computer and I get really anxious. So I prefer to project manage, direct, and write the story and give the
Love that.
the artistic part to someone else that I trust.
Yeah.
And especially because I mean, when you work in 3D, you just work from home, so you don't meet the artist. It's really, how can I say, kind of like impersonal. So you don't see anyone. I mean, I like
get what
it, but
you're
at the
saying.
same time, I don't like it because I mean, you can create some really amazing project, but I mean,
For sure.
it's just you in your bedroom.
Yeah.
When you shoot music video, it's cool because
true.
you bring together many people and you do something with a lot of people. Like
It's
let's
the
say that you put,
atmosphere.
like when you put together a team of 30 people and you work 3 days on the set, it's amazing. I mean, the relationship that born, the all the jokes, the sarcasm, all that stuff.
Banter.
It's amazing. Yeah.
So another question
100%.
I have is, I noticed some of the things. One of the jobs that you've done is a DP. Now, can you explain to some of our listeners what exactly the job of a DP is, what DP stands for, and all that?
Yeah, I mean, DP is the director of photography, or they also say cinematographer. Basically, the DP is the person in the movie set that basically choose the light. So let's say that I have this scene here, and I will say, let's put right there more like a green light. There, that type of light, maybe more cranked this way, like blue, and frame the shot. So it's basically the guy that work with the director to make sure that they are telling what the director wants through the camera. So let's say that I'm the director and I have a DP, and I'm like, okay, from this shot, I want that this shot need to be really emotive, need to be really sad. So the director of photography should know how to transpose that, should know how to make this coming out of the shot. So lighting wise, camera movement, camera framing, that's the DP.
Awesome.
I think it's a really important job because I mean, if you notice many film from nowadays, the cinematographer, the DP, they are not that good anymore. And they just, they frame the shot, they shot the thing. If you watch like, what's the name? Jurassic Park, I think Jurassic Park is like a perfect example of cinematography because with the camera movement and the camera framing, you always have the perception of this big dinosaur and this little human. And I think they did a really great job trying to give this feeling of this gigantic like monster and little human. Yeah. And I think people doesn't do that nowadays anymore. It's a thing that is people are losing. They are more like, oh, let's put some cool lighting. Let's put some like naked girls or whatever. But I mean, it's important, like the way to communicate.
Yeah, that is true.
That is so true.
So yeah, one of the things I've tried to get into, because I'm also working on like my own music, is also trying to shoot like music videos and things like that.
Yeah.
And one of the things I've noticed from like just me and my camera is that there's not so much. Yeah, it feels like you can always have more people on set. Like when I have this crew that I've kind of constructed, generally it's like one person's taking photos or like a second camera. One person is doing a little bit of directing. Everyone's doing a bit of everything. Now, I want to ask, like for the smaller videographers out there, what are the biggest benefits of having more people with dedicated jobs on set?
It's an hard question because I can work by myself. I can work alone and I can work with a team. Of course, with a team, you have many eyes on the shot. For example, when I work as a director and I have a DP and a camera operator and grip and gaff. What is a grip and gaff? Grip and gaff is like the electrician. So the person that comes with the light and put the light in the set. When you work with all these people, I think it's really cool because you have more eyes on the shot. So you have more mind working on the creative for one single shot. more point of view. So the shot will always be more tasty because, instead being by yourself, concentrating on, let's get the framing, let's get the light, 4, 5, 10 people. It's always like more interesting. But at the same time, you need to be a good director, because if you have 10 people on set, you need to know how to organize them, because if everyone tell a different idea, it's kind of hard after to put all together,
Yeah. And I definitely,
that's why I love to work by myself, but at the same time work with I love to work with other people, but you always need to mediate, you always need to make sure that everyone is on the same page.
Yeah, that is true.
100%. And when you're directing, you obviously have to be very attentive and in the zone and focused, because you want a specific look for the music video or the shot, whatever it is. How do you usually get in that zone? Because that's a very special place to be.
That's really hard. So my life is divided in two. So the first one is when I'm directing on set. The second one is when I'm working from home. And actually, it's really easy for me to focus when I'm on set. I don't know. It's something that it just happened. I get on set. I'm super happy to be there, and I have my storyboard. I know what to do. Let's go. Sometimes it's really hard for me to focus when I'm in front of the computer, just because I don't like to be in front of the computer. So I have this sort of routine, like when I work from home. Like this morning, I wake up early. I did the workout, breakfast, a shower. I read a little bit of a book, and I start to edit. When I do this routine, I can focus a lot. If I don't do that, I'm just like, I lose myself. I don't want to do it.
And I've noticed I've also like kind of done that, because I also, do some editing for my YouTube videos, and today was completely different for me. So like I did my normal workout, but I went to the mall to go and see an old friend. So now I was completely out of that routine. I couldn't sit down and edit anything. So yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and switching topics, I wanted to ask, so you moved from Italy to Los Angeles, right?
Yeah, I moved in 2017.
Yeah. So I always hear about LA for sure being a place where you want to pursue a career in filming and in your creative aspects in life, or being an actor. Why do you think that is that people move to Los Angeles specifically for that?
So I think Los Angeles is a really weird place. I mean, it's where the entertainment is. I mean, all the movies, the music come
Hollywood,
from here. It's Hollywood. And I mean, it's a weird place, because when you come here, I mean, for me, when I was in Italy, I thought that LA was like beautiful, amazing, super cool. I moved here, and it's not quite like that. It's like you see a lot of people living in the streets, in tent, a lot of homeless, a lot of like weird situation, drug addict, and all that stuff. And on the other side of the street, you see like super like famous people, billionaires. So it's like
crazy.
It's kind of crazy. But I think it's the place to be if you want to pursue, like, in music and film. It's a place that if you have the talent, and if you come here at the right time and you are in the right spot, like you can become famous like overnight. You can get like jobs or like project like right away, because it's where everyone is. So it's really easy to enter in the field, to enter like to get new connection. You need to be smart, because I mean there are a lot of sharks out here. There are a lot of people that they are trying to do your same thing, and they are trying to I don't know the perfect
Snatch
word
you.
without exactly. So it's really hard, because I mean you're like competing with the best of the best, but at the same time, if you have the talent, there is it will shine. I mean that's my story. I mean, I came here without any connection. I didn't know anyone. I didn't have any money. And I mean, I come from a poor family. When I was in Italy, I was a poor kid. I didn't even have the money for buy equipment. So when I moved here, I was like super struggling. I started to do like free music video for friends. And at some point, I just like start to work for one record label after another one. And at some point, everyone started to call me. So
yeah.
That's very incredible.
You need a lot of discipline. You need to wake up every day early, and you need to work a lot.
Grind. Yeah. Gotta hustle.
I can imagine. Yeah. So Was Warner Brothers one of your biggest like contracts? Because I see you've been doing a lot of stuff for Warner Brothers Records.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, they are one of my favorite record label to work with, and I really like to work with them, especially because I work with this guy from Warner. His name is Devin Sarno, and it's actually, I mean, it's always been my hero because he was the creative director of Linkin Park. He's been the creative director for Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, he worked with a lot of bands. And when I started to work with him, it was a big dream because I always listened to the band that he was working with. So it was amazing.
Yeah, I can imagine, because as soon as, I then realized, as soon as you said that I was like, Linkin Park was actually part of Warner Brothers, and it only clicked for me now. So, Also,
it's been weird because I moved here in 2017 with the goal I want to do a video for Linkin Park. 2 years later, I start to work with their creative director. So I'm pretty sure that could be a possibility if Chester didn't die. So it's just funny because life sometimes is really weird.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, true. You can see that from this year.
Yeah. Definitely. And I see you have a lot of tattoos there, your neck. I see you have a blackout arm. Because you were kind of a metalhead, scene kid to say the least. When did you kind of get your first tattoo? What was it? Let's hear one of those stories.
So I got my first tattoo when I was 17. It's actually this one. It's 6 feet underwater, and actually it's lyrics from Linkin Park.
Oh,
damn!
Nice.
What are the odds? Wow,
that's awesome. That's really good.
Yeah, and when I was a kid, I was a lot into music. I was a musician. I played in many bands. I played drum from all my life. I play guitar. I play bass. I have a little studio in my room too.
Hell yeah!
I keep playing music. My big dream is become a musician one day, but first you need to pay a rent. So we need to work.
I'm sure you'll get there one day, 100%.
Yeah. Do you guys play music? Yeah,
well,
for sure.
James for sure.
Yeah. Kaden, have you ever tried to pick up any musical instrument? I don't think I've ever asked you
I have some
that.
guitars and instruments at home. I'm focusing on other things at the moment, but I need to start getting used to the guitar again.
Yeah. I need to see if I can give you some lessons again, because I actually teach a bit of guitar on the side. Yeah, side hustle right there.
It's a great party trick to have, and it's a passion you pick up quickly, I'm sure.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Oh, that is such a bad joke. I'm sorry. Damn.
It's okay.
Yeah, I come up with these occasional really, really stale jokes, so right there.
All good.
Don't worry, my jokes are really bad. That's why I never do my jokes, because no one understands. I have this sort of really black humor, it's really bad humor.
Yeah, I get that.
Dark humor.
Have there been any movies that have really influenced your directing career? Many.
That's always another question, because I should start to make a list of movies that I like, or that they influenced my career, because there are so many movies. One of my favorite movies from when I was a kid is Back to the Future. I also have the DeLorean tattoo on my neck.
Wow.
And when I was a kid, I always talk about that with my friends. When I was a kid, all my friends, they have all these when they were young, they were always watching those cartoons, and they all talk about this cartoon. And I was not watching cartoon when I was young. I never watched cartoon. I was watching movies. I don't know why it was like that. I watched The Lion King. I watched the Mickey Mouse, all that stuff. But I was not into, Dragon Ball, all that cartoon. I was more like a movie person. So I had this videotape of Back to the Future, and I was watching it in loop. Literally, I think I watched Back to the Future 10,000 times. I know every single thing in that movie.
Great movie.
Back to the Future, I will say Fight Club. Like all those like weird, crazy movie with a twist at the end. Like I was watching a movie a couple days ago. It's actually a really good movie that came out I think it's a couple months ago. His name is Parallel. I don't know if you guys ever heard about it. It's on Amazon Prime.
No.
No,
Really cool
unfortunately
movie.
not. Yeah.
I'll check it out, definitely.
Yeah, so then I'd assume you'd rather prefer someone like Christopher Nolan over Edgar Wright type of style.
Yeah. I love Christopher Nolan. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you looked into any of Edgar Wright stuff, or is it not too much?
Say again his name?
Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright. He did he did like Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Shaun of the Dead, those types of movies.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, it's not my style, but I like it. It's not what if I have to shoot a movie, I will never shoot something like that. I'm more like, Christopher Nolan or like Quentin Tarantino or like yeah, Quentin Tarantino is a big inspiration for me, especially because it's crazy. So I like that way to express myself. But yeah, there are many directors. Like, I like a lot of directors. It's just like, if you think about it, every single director that, came out with a movie that became famous, you can learn something from everyone because every director have for sure something that you can learn.
100%.
Definitely.
There's always something to take from it.
Yeah.
And as we wrap up, Lorenzo, thanks again for joining us. I just wanted to say, is there anything that you working towards now in the future that we could look forward to and we could be amped for? What's happening in the life of Lorenzo?
I'm actually lately I'm working. I'm literally rendering right now a video for, I don't know if you guys know the band Dance Gavin Dance.
Dance Gavin Dance. Yeah, I was actually going to go to one of their shows and I think it got cancelled. They were going to have a show in Cape Town at some point, but I don't know what happened there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm shooting a video for the project of the singer Killian because he's coming out with a new album, a solo album, and we shot a video last week. We are editing it right now, 3D stuff, all that stuff, and will be out in the next few weeks. But yeah, my next few months are like kind of crazy. I have 5 music videos to shot in February.
Jeepers.
3 to shot in March,
of that.
and I'm pretty sure I will get more and more.
Oh yeah, 100%. I can imagine.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely good luck for that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And any advice you'd give to aspiring film directors or people that wanting to go into that industry?
Yeah, sure. When I was young, it was fine. It was funny because I was always trying to find the shortcut to things. Now, how to become rich faster, how to learn how to play guitar faster. There is no secret. There is no shortcut. You just need to work hard, like a lot. And I think it's really important to have discipline. So to like wake up every day, have a goal. Like let's say in 1 year I want to be there, and you write it down on the paper. No, maybe you will not get there. Let's say that your goal is like, I always do that actually, and I do that from when I'm young. My goal for my 30 was like to make $1 million. Okay. I will be 30 in 20 days. I didn't make $1 million, but I got really close.
Yeah.
So that's my philosophy. It's like you should give to yourself a goal that it's crazy, like something like I want to go to the moon. Maybe you will not get there, but if you're right in space, or if you make $500,000, well, you already got halfway through.
Reach for the stars.
And if you never, you reach like 50% of your goal, which is really good. And that's what I do. And I think it's
awesome.
If you're a filmmaker, you want to make a movie, and your goal is in 1 year I want to make a movie, you should write down all the things that can help you to make that goal. So let's say to make a movie, what I need a crew, I need a script, I need a camera, I need a location. So you write down everything and you try to figure out how to get all those things. Maybe at the end of the year the movie's not done, but you have the crew, the script, the camera, you have everything. You just need to shoot it. So you're already ahead. So I think that's my advice. But there is no shortcut. You just need to work a lot. Sometimes my days are like 20 hours of work. Sometimes I don't sleep for 2 days.
Jeepers.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Lorenzo, thank you so much for joining the podcast. You
You're welcome,
extremely
guys.
inspiring. Your story, how you made it to LA and the industry, and the things that you're doing is phenomenal. So, guys,
Thank you.
to our audience, go check him out. Go check out his website. Why Yellow. It's literally phenomenal. Go send him some love on
yeah.
Instagram and all the things that he's doing. It's incredible.
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for taking the time to speak with me. I really appreciate to speak with you guys. Whenever you guys want, I'm here. So let's
Awesome.
chat again.
Right.
And of
Thank
course, I
you.
mean, I will let you know when I'm coming to Cape Town. It will
Oh,
be
hell
amazing
yeah.
to meet you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
I'm
old are
going
you
like
guys?
I'm 20, and I think Ken, you're also turning 20
You're 20?
this year.
This year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, you're super young.
Young
Yeah.
studs.
Well, if you're ever in Cape
That's
Town and
good.
need a grip, I'm here.
For
Got
sure.
you.
I mean, my goal for like last year, I mean, beside COVID,
Mhm.
was like to
Yeah.
come to Africa and go to Japan.
Awesome.
And it's
Mm.
still one of
Cool.
my goals for this year or next year. So I'm trying to get some clients out there. But
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I mean, as soon as I'm there, you guys will be the first people know that I'm for sure we'll meet. We'll do something
Love
together.
it.
Hell yeah, definitely.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And guys, to our audience, our 50th episode is next week. Check it out. We're reviewing Juicebox, and some samples were sent to us, but first we're gonna check it out. Once again, Lorenzo, thank you so much. We really
Thank you.
appreciate
Thank you.
Like and subscribe to
great
the
day.
channel. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Peace.
Bye. 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 Bye.